Because we're live already.
Hello.
Hello, beautiful souls. How you doing today?
I'm doing well. Hello, beautiful souls. How are you today?
So eventually we will get to stream on Sandy's. Oh, to stream on Sandy's, and what we last time in our last podcast we were talking about self care, which Will said that this will be the perfect episode. So Sandy and I were talking previously to going on live
Mhm.
of what is self care, because some people do tend to say like, "Hey, self care is selfish," but I know that I'm a believer that by doing self care, it's actually filling up your cup, and whatever is left over, then people get more out of the overflow rather than you're giving from an empty cup. So, Sandy, what do you believe self care is?
Yeah, so hello, beautiful souls again. Yes, at some point mine will stream. Thanks, Denise. Yeah, so self-care, people do confuse self-care with selfish. They always say, oh, if I am just doing things for myself and I'm not taking care of others, that means I'm selfish. No, it is self-care. All this comes from a past, somewhere from a point where you have really come to that realization, right? Self-care is also self-realization, is what I think. And I do agree. You fill your cup. That's great example, great analogy. You fill your cup. And once you fill your cup, and then you start saying, okay, I have a little bit more where I can give people, right? And I am one of those as well. I do that. But in the past, I was not like that. Even though my cup was quarter empty or quarter filled, I was just like, you know what? I just give it all, right? So people do burn out. So that's why it's important to have that self-care. Care for yourself. It's not like it's almost like that oxygen mask falls and you put it on you first before you put it on somebody else, right? Treat it that way because you got to breathe. You got to breathe in order to, you got to breathe rhythmically in order to give people and also take care of yourself at the same time. So I think self-care is very, very important, especially this day and age. We're doing too many things at the same time. 24 hours is not enough anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So take a little bit of time. That's what I'm trying to do for myself. Take a little bit of time, at least to do some pranic breathing, some meditation, self care. If people can just do some beauty tip for themselves.
Yeah.
Just go in front of the mirror and put on some makeup and feel good about it, or do something, even if it's 5 minutes. So self care is super important.
And
And yeah, my
I do agree. Self care is important, not only for, there's so many reasons why, for mental health, for physical, emotional. Like, if you want to have a life where you feel fulfilled and you're not angry or depressed, taking care of yourself is one of the most important part that you will ever do for yourself and for your life.
100%. And also see it this way, when you take good care of yourself, you're able to provide for your loved ones.
Yes.
You're not depleted. Somebody comes to you, hey, I need this. I need this. Oh, go away. I myself, I'm so exhausted. No, you don't have to give that reason. Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, I took the time for myself. Yes, I'm ready for you. How can I help you? What can I do? Right? You sparkle when you do that. You
It's a
take care of
different
yourself.
energy.
You
Yeah.
sparkle. Yeah, I love that. When I see myself, I'm fully energized. Oh, I've done it. I've taken, even just sitting quietly in a room and just eating my lunch when I go to work. When I come back, I'm like, okay, round two, let's do this. I got it. Because there's a few minutes I kind of detoxified, and it's really a good practice for everyone, especially who are depressed, who are having anxiety, who feel like they are burnt out and they need to keep giving people. This is a great tip that we can provide today is please practice self-care, even if it's for a couple of minutes. Do it. Because otherwise what happens, we are just exhaling and we're not inhaling, which brings me to another question to you. What do you feel about that? There are, we give, we give, we give. and people are exhausted from giving, right? And we do have to, it's not with the expectation, but we should have the concept of, I need to receive. It could be in the form of love, it could be in the form of something, you know. So just giving, and it's like inhaling and exhaling. There is a rhythmic pattern again, breathing. So giving and receiving is like inhaling and exhaling. What are your thoughts about people who feel that they've just been a giver?
So there are several forms of giving, which we'll provide the list in a little bit, or I'll give you the list in a little bit. But as long as you're giving, which is the exhaling, and you're also willing to receive or setting boundaries to
Mhm.
receive as well, I am okay with that because that is a form of self care. Being able to fill other people's cup, being able to like give away to hungry people, the homeless, that is good. Giving love to someone that never felt love or felt hug, that is good. But when you're giving into the point that is depleting you, then
Mhm.
that's the form that I don't agree that that's self love because you're actually harming yourself even more. So
Mhm.
to provide the list, because there are, I believe, is 12 form of givers. Oh no, sorry, there's
Wow.
18.
Well, form of giver. Yeah, this I gotta hear. Go for it,
There's
Denise.
18 forms of giver. So you have the emotional giver, the helper, the time giver, the gift giver, the financial, the encourager, the advice giver, the protector, the caregiver, the listener, sacrificial one, was the murder or the what is it, martyr, people pleasing, which that one a lot of people have, the people
Yeah.
pleasing,
Mm-hmm.
uh reciprocal, the unconditional, the recognition seeker, the strategic one, the boundary cautious, and the over giver. So from those, there's some that can give you back. Like it actually fills your cup. While people pleasing, the over giver,
I was gonna say.
what was the other one? The sacrificial one. Those automatically, oh, somebody give us a heart. Hi, whoever it is.
Jump in,
so
chat with us. Go for
um,
it.
so when you have those over givers or like the sacrificial one, people pleasing, those literally give you, it doesn't
Mhm.
fill your cup up, you're depleting yourself. And I'm
Yeah.
that's one of the things I'm not okay with. I'm not okay with it.
Yeah,
So
and you
like
shouldn't be
I,
either.
because I know that
Yeah.
we last time we spoke you were mentioning how that's a form of self-care, and I'm like, yes, to an extent, because if you're a people pleaser, I don't know how that's a self-care.
Right. So let's back up the track here. I'm going to give you some very, very deep insight. Deep
Let's
insight.
go.
Whoever's listening, listen carefully. So the givers, right? So you gave so many beautiful different kinds of givers, and what jumped out is a people pleaser, the what is the other overgiver, all of this. Okay. So initially, let's say the first time you are giving, could be monetary, could be love, all of that, and you feel good about it. That is also self-care, feeling good about giving someone, right? And then you see it as one-sided. Third time, fourth time, you're not receiving anything, and this person is actually starting to see that, oh my God, I can get anything from this person.
Hmm.
My point of view is externally, you are starting to feel little by little like, hey, why is it I'm the only one who is providing for this person or these people? Why am I not getting anything? Okay. Subconsciously, you're already starting to get awareness from that. You're not knowing yet. Externally, you feel depleted. You feel like, oh my God, I feel depleted because I am the one giving, giving, and giving. Subconsciously, your soul is already working, your mind and your body is already working in that form to prepare yourself to peel off from that situation. So externally, you don't realize, but internally, your body is trying to prepare you for the self care by making you stronger, right? That we don't realize that. All of a sudden, one day you say, enough is enough. Then it blooms, right? Then that whole thought form that you created, that why am I the one giving, it blooms and it actually manifests into reality. But internally, your body, your mind, and your soul is strengthening you little by little by saying that, hey, Denise, guess what? I understand that you love to give, but I'm going to prepare you to peel away from this without even you realizing that. That's where I come from. That is what pranic healing, we're healing, whether all the time, we're healing 24/7. Even without we realizing, we're constantly, our body is healing internally, but we don't see it because we are covered by this thought form that we are feeling hurt, we are feeling depleted. It's a thought form that we created. We can disintegrate it. Once the thought form disintegrates, like you say, enough is enough, you disintegrate, you break that cord, you cut that energy cord. All of a sudden you're like, oh, wait a second, this is a realization. I'm going to put boundaries. I will be a giver because you are a kind hearted person. You will give, but I'm going to put boundaries around it. At that time, what happens? Your realization, self care from internal is become external, is blossomed outside, and you see it, right? So that's what is my thing. And people who give, definitely there's karma points to that. Just believe that. In no matter which form or format, there is karma points that goes towards you. The person who's receiving is also getting karma points for receiving, but when they're not able to give back, they at some point they will have an internal realization how you're growing this way, they're growing this way. Oh, you know what? At some point, it will teach them a lesson, not with you, maybe with somebody else. You may not even see it, right? So you start putting your boundaries, which we already do. And when we start putting boundaries, you say, you know what, I will give, but only to where, how far I can go. So the self realization awareness is happening whether we know it or not, but it blossoms at the divine time, right? It comes to a point where you say, enough is enough. That's when you realize that. And you want to. And there are definitely people who actually take forever. Those are exceptional. Those are very, very handful who we cannot really do anything about. We will leave them for time to decide what to do, right? But
Yeah.
then your realization to peel away from the situation happens on your end, and you're growing as a human being on your end. And you realize, and yes, I do 100% agree. We have to put boundaries, because, again, it's like you cannot exhale only and you die. You cannot inhale only and you die. You got to have that rhythmic pattern of exhaling and inhaling, rhythmic pattern of giving and receiving, rhythmic pattern of, you know, being self-care and a little bit of selfishness,
Yeah.
right? And that is also, it's not in a negative way, it's a positive way. When you start saying that, you know what, I got to, it's an oxygen mask. Come to think of it, that is not self-care. It is being selfish. I got to put it on me first before I put it on anybody else. So a little bit of everything.
A little bit of both. So in like when you're putting it that way, like I do see in certain points where I agree. Like I do
Hmm.
agree because from every bad situation that we ever go through,
Right.
it molds us. Like
Hmm.
events that happens in our life, missed opportunities, horrible things that happen in our life, that can create an identity where it can blossom to something good. So like
Hmm.
when you do a seed comes from a very, very hard shell. So now
Hmm.
the seed has to go through that hard shell. Then it has to go through the dirt. It has no direction of where the sunlight is, but it
Right.
has a destination and it goes through all that hardship. So then as
Right.
soon as it comes out, it creates a beautiful flower, a beautiful plant. whatever it is. And that's
Right.
the same way that we can look at hard moments in our life.
Exactly. It's teaching us a lesson. Yeah.
Yes, it's teaching us a lesson and we can create something beautiful out of it. Now, for coming back to the givers, for those that are people pleaser and over givers, and they are giving, I do see how it's making them stronger.
Hmm.
But like you said, you have to also realize and become aware, because there's a lot of people who are people pleaser and don't see their value, and they're like, I'm just doing this because eventually people will love me, or it will come back to me because of karma, and they're just putting in a way an excuse without actually caring for themselves, without realizing I am surrounded by people that just
Hmm.
literally just keeps taking and taking, and they don't give me back. They don't give anything back. So it's
Hmm.
now realizing that giving can be a form of self-care, but to what extent? It's like the boundary ones. I consider myself now the boundary one. After my last situation of I'm giving everything away, I was like, you know
Hmm.
what? I'll give stuff away to boundaries. And people don't like that. You can, that's your problem. But it's more of how can you exhale and inhale and still create a beautiful life by giving and receiving and accepting yourself and filling up your cup. And that's the whole purpose. How do you take self-care with
Right.
everything that life gives you? How are
Right.
you giving and how are you receiving?
Right. So I want to add something to this. In giving is receiving. We all know that already. In giving is receiving, right? But we cannot feed on empty stomachs.
Mm-hmm.
We cannot feed on empty stomach. So, and it is not even expected. It's something that we create. That's the thought form we create. I need to please this person so that I can get this position. I can get this. I can get what I need. That's not how are done, right? They will be happy to just take it. They will just be happy to take it, right? And then when you don't receive what you expected, so okay, we lost her, but that's okay. But when you don't receive what you expected, then you start feeling that, oh my God, did I give too much? But again, remember, this is your soul evolving. Everything is a mechanism happening on the inside. Well, hello back.
Sorry about that, the kids.
It's all right. That's all right. Our viewers will understand. We're just being very organic here. So I was just saying that, our soul is evolving constantly on the inside. There's constantly work happening within yourself, right? We are healing within ourselves. So when you start giving and giving and giving, you will realize at some point that I have, like you said, I've caused boundaries now. How did that happen? Did somebody tell you, Denise, knock, knock, knock? Hello, Denise. You have been, oh, the person who received it. Oh, Denise, you gave me too much. No, you realized it. That is awareness. That is self realization. You agree, right? Self realization. You got to point where, hey, you know what? I'm depleting. I need to stop this, and I need to cut that energy cord. Like I'm becoming like on a pranic healing level, cut your energy cord, take a salt bath, start over. Like, okay, now this is new me. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a little bit of self care. And one more thing, when you do self care, like, in form of any form, putting makeup on, taking a walk, petting your dog, sitting for 5 minutes, watching the most silliest TV show on the I do that when I'm eating food. I just sit there and watch Dick Van Dyke. I watch Bewitched. So, and then I realized, okay, I laugh few laughs. And then I said, you know what? Maybe I was doing something that time which really I should not be. Maybe I should do self care.
Mm.
There is no agenda to this. There's no time and place or venue that says, okay, at this time at 9:30 p.m. I'm going to realize something. It's not like that. You just realize by doing action, and that will come to you. That means what's happening. The work is already being done on the inside. We don't know. Your chakras are spinning. Your body is preparing itself for you to face this, and body is making you stronger and stronger and stronger. When your body can make you, or your mind, body, and soul can make you, you know, make you do things like overgiver, and or people pleasers, your body can also make you put those boundaries.
That's true. And one, like, I know that we're talking about giver, but I also want to put it out there. Like, self care, like, some people will be like, oh, self care. They're thinking about, like, oh, go getting a pedicure, putting on makeup, go to massage. Yeah, that's a form of self care. And in this podcast, you will start noticing that not everything is for everyone. So it's finding out what
What is
suits
best?
you, what is best for
Mhm.
you. And some self care, like my self care between my clients, my self care is watching shorts of comedy. That is my
Mhm.
form of like bringing, because sometimes, like when I talk to certain people, it gets heavy. And I need to release that heaviness. I need to let it go. So my form of like, hey, Denise needs to come back to her body. What is something that Denise will enjoy? Is watching comedy stand, like watching a little clip of somebody, making a joke and me laughing about it. And then be like, all right, I'm ready for the next client. So that way I'm not only filling my cup, and then the client, they get they get the best form of me. They get the energy part where they're like, "Oh my god, I love being around you." And I'm like, "Yes, okay."
Yes, exactly.
Because it's a form of self care. What is your self care? Some people's self care is, it could be running, jogging, exercising, or just talking to other people. Like I used to love
Right.
being a hermit crab, loved it, and that was my self care when I was younger. I'll be like, no,
Um,
I'm going in my cocoon and I'm staying in my room for like 2 days because I need to be me.
exactly. Exactly. No, self-care doesn't mean, yeah, like I agree, right? And also you just do anything, the silliest thing or the most important thing. Whatever you feel, each person is different. No two noses are alike. And for me, it is just maybe recording a song because I love to sing. I sing on Smule. I record a song, and in between, like what I do, I purposefully go and find out all the bad ones. And I'm like, oh my God, please. And I do record some with them too, because I feel like poor thing, they are out there for a reason. So let's just give them some credit. So, that's something I do in between talking to people. So it could be just anything. You can write a journal, you can keep a journal, write to yourself, hey, you know what? I love you. You
Hmm.
are the best. You are the only you. You are unique. Just 4 lines, just write anything that comes to your mind and keep that at your desk every single day. You can write something, scribble, draw, doodle, anything that can help you transform internally and come blossom externally.
Yeah.
And once you do that, but again, from what I have learned from the masters, from the great people from my pranic healing, you're constantly evolving. Your soul is constantly evolving, constantly growing. It's teaching you lessons to become a better person and become a better human being, where you will come to a point like you have plenty and you just don't know what to do with it, and you're forced to just give.
Yes.
I had this story that Master Stephen Coe had said, I want to share. He said a multimillionaire or billionaire, he had called him to do healing for him. This guy, he just private jet, he flew him there. I hope I can tell the story from Prime Killing side, but I always listen to the story, and it's really, so he just called him there, I believe. And then so Master Co was like, oh, how can I help you? He said, I have everything on the planet. I'm a billionaire. I have all of this. I have so much. I could just beck and call. I have like 30 people, or, to take care of me. I'm not happy. I'm just not happy. Right. And then what am I doing? How can I be happy? And then he had proposed some suggestions, and did some lot of healing. And literally he said, you have so much, you've been inhaling only. Do a little bit of exhaling, start giving. That was the missing link for him. He was not taught, he did not know how, but then he reached back and he said, ever since I started, that's the point I'm saying. You come to a point, universe will take you to that, elevate you, your soul will elevate you to that point where you have so much that you do want to give. And you realize that I have only been inhaling and inhaling. And then he wrote back, I think he said that I'm very happy. Thanks for that suggestion. You got to give, right? So it's a full cycle, Denny. It's like first you're like, oh, I love to give. I'm going to give you that vicious cycle. I want to give. Oh, maybe if I don't give, maybe I don't get good karma points. Maybe I'm not doing the right thing. Okay, give, 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 right?
Give as much
And
as I
then give. And then
can.
you go to the point. The next point is where, oh, I've given enough. I've given enough. Oh my God, I give too much? Did I give away everything? My bank account, my house, my everything? Okay, no, I gave too much. Then you come to that realization. See, all this is realization. The first realization is I have too much and I'm just inhaling. Now I'm only inhaling. I've inhaled so much I can't exhale and I'm gonna die at that point. Then you come to that peak where you realize enough is enough. That is realization. And then you come to the next cycle where you know what, I'm going to cause boundaries. I'm going to put some boundaries around this. That is the peak of realization, and you starting doing self-care again, right? I'm going to take my care of myself. And then you come to a point where, oh, because I gave, so I've started putting boundaries and I've been giving and I've been taking care of myself. Universe has blessed me with abundance.
Oh, yes, I could say that. That is so true.
Abundance. And then you come to like this billionaire where I have abundance, but I'm not happy. I start giving again. Ta-da, ta-da, ta-da. It just
Like,
goes to these 4 points. So it is it's a beautiful topic that we have today. And I really, really would love people to start chatting with us. And remember, when we come to that point of 100 followers, the lucky ones are going to be are going to be selected and handpicked to come on be our guests.
stage with us. We're gonna be interviewing people.
We're going to be interviewing you and we're going to be listening to you. The world is going to be listening to our guest speakers, our honorable guest speakers. And the list is going up. People have already reached out, Denise. Hey, can I be on there?
Well,
Yes,
I
yes.
actually had somebody who were like, "Oh, I'll be very good in there. We have some conversation." I'm like, "You're right." But the goal is to get 100 subscribers. We get 100 subscribers, then we'll
So
start breaking into it.
yeah, so please share with everybody you know, and who knows, maybe on that list. And we're literally doing this, you guys, for fun. There's no
There's
hidden
really
script.
no agenda to it. There really isn't. It's just I feel like there's a lot of conversation that we need to have of how do we
Right.
make a better life for ourselves? How do we make a purpose out of the lane that we're in? Because to me, technically, we only have
Mhm.
one life. Why not live the best to it? Why
Yeah,
not have a life that when you're at your deathbed, you're like, you know what? I don't regret anything. I'm
yeah.
I can say I'm happy.
Yes, absolutely. And this one life, you don't know what your past was. You don't know what your future is going to be. Don't bother. Don't worry about it. What's happened is happened. What we don't know, we don't know.
Yeah.
Your present, the current present matters. So make it matter, right? Make it matter. Gather those karma points. You never know. You never know, right? Make
Know
it
what the next
happen.
topic is.
I know the next is coming up, right?
The
So yeah,
next,
so definitely the 100 subscribers would really help us. We're just two organic people who just met randomly and we're just doing
randomly,
this,
that's
okay?
true.
So support us. I think it'll be very helpful.
But I think the next topic for next week was should be right. And if anybody has any other suggestion of like, hey, I would like for you to talk to, like, just
Yeah,
tell us and we'll go.
definitely tell
But
us.
I think the next topic for next week it should be what did you say? I love my brain. Um, you said how Sandy.
Does anybody know? Please type.
Does
Because I
anybody
both of
remember
us
what
have
my
no
brain?
clue what we said. I don't know what we
Because
said.
you were talking about how live in the present moment, live in the
Yeah.
present moment, in the future, in the past, and it's how do we create a life that no matter what life is bringing you from whatever angle, how do you live your life to the fullest?
Yeah.
I think that's a great conversation because there's a lot of people that don't have absolutely any money coming in. There's certain
Right.
people that have absolutely no friend that they can turn to. There's some
I
people
agree.
that they lost their job, they're looking for jobs, they are scared right now. But how do you, with the situation that you're in right now, how do you still enjoy your life?
Your present moment. How do you still make it suffice for
Yes.
you? Make it suffice. Make a meaningful, purposeful life in spite of going through all those dilemmas in life. Right? Oh, this is going to be a lovely topic.
Ah, you
I
see, I
am
told you it was a good one.
excited.
I just had to
I
remember.
know it's a good one. We're just making this is so good. Yeah. So please stay tuned and come back. And I think this is going to be a good one. And please bring your friends and loved ones too, because it's a universal thing. It's a universal talking and trying to figure out our life situations is a universal problem. And I'm a certified chronic healer. You're a certified life coach. So we are coming from a place where we learn from the greatest of the greatest, right? And listening to you people as well, listening to our viewers and listening to ourselves. So we're all in it to win it.
Yeah.
That's what I said. So thank you, beautiful souls. I think we're about to, this is a wrap. So
Yes.
thank you, beautiful souls, for being with us and the heart and I love it. Thank you. And whoever gave us a heart, please come back and chat with us. And thank you for sticking around and being with us.
Thank you. See you next Thursday. Bye,
See you next
people.
Thursday live. Bye.